Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a really great start to your day. If you are on the West Coast, I hope you're staying dry. I hope you're staying safe and you are maybe even staying at home and enjoying some of this time. I know that we've been stuck at home a lot through the pandemic, but maybe try and enjoy this time with the rain. It sure is nice to be able to be at home and cozy with all of this weather. So when you are ready, let's go ahead and we'll get started. We're going to start on our shins. So in hero's pose, or in thunderbolt pose, we've been doing this frequently in a couple of classes over the past few weeks. I want you to feel the sit bones grounding right over your heels, and then feel the shoulders pull back over the hips. So if you are leaning forward, I want you to pull everything back so everything aligns right over the heels. And then that includes the head. So if the head typically wants to move forward, let's pull the ears back in line with the shoulders. And then if this doesn't feel good, always find that comfortable seated position on your booty. You can have the legs crossed. And then we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart. Let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to begin practice. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh everything out. Let's do that 2 more times together. Big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And the last time, a bigger inhale. Feel the pause at the top of the breath. Open the mouth, control everything out. And then we'll seal the lips, keep the eyes closed. This is where we take a moment to shift our focus from off the mat to coming onto the mat. So as you are on your mat this morning, maybe you ask yourself, what is your reason why? So some of us, it might just be so we can move the body, we can get that physical connection back to our body, but maybe take it a little bit deeper. What do you want to learn about yourself? Can you quiet the mind? Can you quiet the anxiety? So maybe just focusing on where the mind goes as you move through each posture. We'll keep the lips sealed, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out through the nose. Eyes blink open. Let's go ahead and come over into table pose. Come onto the hands and knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide. So for me, I've been liking to have my arms a little bit wider than underneath the shoulders, so my pinkies come to the edge of the mat. And then either your pointer finger or your middle finger is going to be pointing towards the top of the mat. If you rotate to where the pointer finger is pointing to the top of the mat, it actually kind of helps for the wrists. So maybe play around with the hand position. And then once you find that good position with the hands, I want you to grip the mat with the fingertips. We're going to step the right foot back to the ball of the right foot. Just start to rock and roll on the right foot. So you can feel a stretch in the back of the hamstring, the calf, and the foot. And then notice too here, if we start to dump into the shoulders here, I want you to lift up, feel that little spread between the shoulder blades, and then pull the belly button towards the spine. We'll take another breath here. And then right heel is lifting in line with that right hip. Make sure it doesn't go up too high. Make sure it's not too low. And then we don't want to roll that right hip up. So toes point down, still press into the earth. And you can stay here, or maybe you extend those left fingertips forward. So wherever you are, I want you to feel length through the left side of the body, just as much as you're pushing weight through that right heel, lengthening through the right leg. Take a deep breath in, choose to stay here, or as you exhale, we're going to round the back. Bring the knee in towards the chest, elbow towards the knee. Inhale to extend, fingertips forward, heel back, and then exhale to round. Elbow comes towards the knee. So we're getting into this right shoulder as well, building strength. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's round. Keep the knee hugged into the chest. Release that left palm. Step the right foot forward. So inch the foot forward. We're going to walk back to straighten through the right leg and find half splits. When you do this, the left hip starts to want to swing out to the side. So hug everything into midline. And then it helps if you rotate the inner right thigh down to the floor and then press through the ball of that foot, kind of like you're pressing on a gas pedal. Reach the heart forward. And then if you want, you can tuck the chin slightly, but I want you to think about the sternum moving towards the toes instead of just bringing the chin down towards your knee. Take another deep breath here. And then let's go ahead and replant the foot. Hinge forward so that you can sink into that right knee, but the knee doesn't go over the ankle. Core is engaged. Inhale, arms sweep up. Keep the arms right alongside the ears. Notice what's happening with the hips. Are you favoring this right hip? See if you can pull the hip back so everything is pointed forward. Deep breath in to reach the fingertips up and then soften the shoulders. Open up through the chest. We'll take one more big breath in. Hands are going to come to the heart as you exhale. Take a breath in to lengthen towards the ceiling. The next exhale, you're going to twist. Elbow's going to come to that thigh. If that doesn't work for you, you always have that option of left palm down to the floor and the right hand up. So I'm going to come into a prayer twist. I'm pressing the palms together, and then I'm using that leverage of the elbow pressing onto my thigh to help twist my torso. And it helps if you bring the belly button to the spine and then start to gaze in the direction you're twisting, maybe towards that right elbow, maybe towards the right shoulder. Take another breath in, maybe spread the shoulder blades a little bit more. And then let's inhale to unwind. Unwind all the way. Arms come up. Exhale is going to bring the hands down to the floor. Step back. Find your table pose. Ground the palms. And then we're going to untuck the toes if they were tucked. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, I want you to round the back, tuck the toes, press the earth away. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, untuck the toes, reach the heart forward, soften the shoulders. Exhale to round, tuck the toes, press the belly button into the spine. And the final time here, inhale, reach the heart forward, press the tops of the feet onto the floor. Exhale, round. Let's find that neutral spine once again, table pose, flat back. So here I want you to also notice again, if the shoulders or the chest starts to sag between the shoulders or the belly starts to sag between the shoulders. So pull the belly button up to the spine once again. Keep this core nice and strong. This is also going to protect the low back. Step the left foot back now to the ball of the left foot, and we'll rock and roll on that left side. Feel the difference from the hamstring, the calf, and the foot compared to the opposite side. Make sure you're still gripping the mat with your fingertips. We'll take one more breath. And then lift the left heel in line with that left hip. Rotate the inner thigh, the left thigh up to the ceiling, and then reach through that left heel. That's really going to help to point the toes down. And then keep pressing into both palms. You can have this right toe tuck that's on the floor for support, or you can bring the top of the foot to the floor. Whichever feels good for you. Choose to stay here, or maybe now we add those right fingertips, reaching forward. So the same amount of reach through the fingertips, I want you to reach through that left heel. Take another breath in. Keep pressing the floor away with that left palm. Build strength in the left arm and shoulder. Big breath in. Now choose if you want to stay here or exhale. We're going to round. Bring the elbow towards the knee. Come into midline. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Left heel back. Exhale to round. Knee into the chest, elbow towards the knee. One last time, inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, let's round. Bring the knee towards the chest, elbow towards the knee. Keep the knee into the chest. Right hand comes down. Step that right foot forward and inch it forward. Soft shoulders here. And then I want you to start to walk the hands all the way back so you can straighten through the left leg, half splits. Feel the inner left thigh rotate down, and then press through the ball of that left toe. Reach the heart forward, and then maybe tuck the chin. We'll take another couple of breaths here, settling into the pose, soft shoulders. Keep reaching the sternum towards your toes. Take another full breath. Really nice. So let's go ahead and we'll plant the foot, inch it forward so you can sink into that front hip and get a little bit of stretch in the right side now. And when you are ready, we'll inhale to sweep the arms up, soften the shoulders down the back, and keep pressing into the ball of that left foot. Feel the belly button lift up towards the sternum, and then feel the sternum lifting up towards the chin. Soft shoulders down the back. We'll take another breath in and another breath out. Hands are going to come now to the heart. Inhale to lengthen the torso up. As you exhale, we're twisting now. Right elbow is going to come to the outside of the left thigh, or that right hand can come down to the floor. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Start to gaze in the direction you are twisting. And then maybe you start to gaze towards that left shoulder. If you are in prayer twist, press the palms together. Feel the spread of the shoulder blades. And the belly button comes to the spine to help twist a little bit deeper. One more full breath. Let's use that inhale to unwind us. Come back to center. Reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, let's bring the hands down to the floor. Knee comes back in line with the right knee. Inhale, reach the heart forward, cow pose. As you exhale, round the back, tuck the toes, cat pose. Inhale, reach the heart forward, tops of the feet onto the floor. Exhale, round and tuck the toes. Keep the toes tucked. Sit back onto your heels. Whew, this is a good one. So they call, I forget what the name of it is, but it ends up in Sanskrit translating into suffering, I think. There's quite a bit of suffering that ends up happening when you're sitting on the back of the heels. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. If it's too much for the feet, I want you to lean forward slightly. We're only going to be here for a few breaths though, so see if you can stack the spine over the heels. Feel that stretch in the bottoms of the feet and the toes. And then let's bring the hands out in front of us. So for most of us, we work on a computer. We use our hands if you play music. So this is going to really help prevent any damage to our wrists and hands over time. So one palm is up, one palm is down. You're reaching the fingertips forward. And then gaze forward, start pumping the fists. See if you can let the sit bones get really heavy. There's a lot of action going on here, a lot of energy. So take another breath, keep pulling the shoulders into the sockets. One more full breath. And then let's hinge forward. Untuck the tops of the feet. Tap the tops of the feet onto the floor. Whew. It should feel pretty good after bringing all of that tension into the palms with pumping the fist to press the palms into the floor. So now keep the tops of the feet onto the floor. Sit back onto the heels, coming back into our thunderbolt pose like we started. This time, you're going to flip the palms so the other palm is face down, other palm is face up. And then as you pull the shoulder blades back into the socket, start pumping the fist. And you can do it open, really, you can do it slow and make big motions with the hands, or you can go really fast. So keep doing that action of pumping the fist however you want. Keep moving, keep breathing. Feel the sit bones get heavier. Take another big breath in. And then let's hinge forward as you exhale, come into table pose. Press the palms down into the floor. Inhale, reach the heart forward, cow pose. Exhale, round the back, bring the chin towards the chest, belly button towards the spine. And again, inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, let's round. All right, find that neutral spine. Ground the palms. My hands are already getting a little sweaty this morning. So go ahead and find that position with the hands, and then we're tucking the toes, coming right up into downward facing dog. So as you lift the sit bones, typically the length is going to be from push-up position, right? And you lift the sit bones. But that first one, it might be a little bit challenging. So maybe walk the toes up a little bit. Press your mat down so that the heart comes closer to the front of the thighs. Take a full breath, feeling the length now on both hamstrings at the same time. And then let's come up high onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees generously. Bottom of the exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, let's find a flat back. Fingertips on the floor, or you can bring the hands to the shins. Weight rolls into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Feel the palms touch. Now as you exhale, we're going to hinge forward, come all the way back down. Inhale, find a flat back, weight rolls into the toes, soft shoulders. Exhale, fold forward, bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up, lift through the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Now let's close the eyes. Feel the feet rooting into the floor, wherever your space is. Feel the heart lifting into the thumbs. And then find soft shoulders down away from the back of the head. Take one more full breath here. And then when you're ready, let's blink the eyes open. The inhale will sweep the arms up. Think about your fingers going in the same direction as the corners of your mat instead of opening up the heart so wide. So think about lifting through the fingertips. Fingertips reach towards the ceiling. And then when you exhale, I want you to hinge forward. So if you like to bring your hands down, that's fine. But I still want you to bring the hands down in that same direction where the corners of the mat are. So don't come all the way down. You end up opening up the chest too much. So let's try it. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Palms are going to touch. And then exhale, hinge at the hips. Try and have a flat back. You can put a little bend in the knees if you want. Inhale, come up halfway. Reach the heart forward. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant your palms. Step back and find a plank pose or top of a push-up. So you can always lower the knees, but we'll just stay here for a breath. So reach the heels back. Take a big, deep breath in. And then find downward facing dog once again as you exhale. Take a full breath into the body and a full breath out. Inhale, reach that right heel up, look forward, plant the foot between the palms, step the left foot out and over a few inches so you can spiral the heel down. Make sure that the heels are not on the same line. Inhale to rise up, finding warrior one. So in warrior one, think about, there's a lot of actions going on here. I want you to sink into the front knee. Think about driving the inner front foot, the arch, down to the floor. And then the back foot, think about sealing the outer edge of that back foot to the floor. At the same time, we're rotating the back thigh backwards. So that's really going to help you to sink more into your pose. You can always come off that knee, but I don't want it going past the ankle if you're sinking into it. And then feel the heart lifting into the palms. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more full breath. And then exhale, let's bring the hands all the way down. Step back, find your plank pose. Ground into the palms. Inhale either with the knees or without the knees. Rock the shoulders forward. Exhale, let's lower all the way down. Inhale for a baby cobra. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, tuck the toes, hug the elbows in. With or without the knees, we're gonna press up to table or plank pose. Use your next exhale to lift the hips into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, left leg lifts, look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. Right foot steps out and up maybe a few inches. Right heel spirals down. Make sure that the heels will not intersect. When you're ready with that foundation of the legs, use your inhale, arms sweep up. So same thing on this side. Sink down into that front knee. Spiral the back leg towards the back of the mat. Shoulders and hips point forward. Deep breath in to reach the fingertips up. Maybe exhale to settle a little bit more. One more breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, let's bring the hands down. Come to the ball of the right foot. Step back, plank or table. Inhale to rock the shoulders forward. This time, exhale to lower all the way or halfway. Keep the elbows hugged in. Inhale, find your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, come into downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Take one more full breath. Inhale, come up high onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, let's find a flat back. Roll the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift the heart into the palms. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Close the eyes. And just notice if you are feeling the heart moving a little bit faster. Notice if you have cleared the mind, even if it was just for a moment. And then back to your reason why. What is your why for today? Eyes blink open. Use your inhale, sweep the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, lead with the heart, dive over the thighs. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step into plank. Pause and plank pose. So as you push the earth away, we're creating that strength in the core, in the legs, and in the arms and chest. Even in the backside of the body. So use all of this momentum, press the floor away, keep the core engaged, keep the legs engaged. One more breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take one more cycle. And the right heel is going to lift on your inhale. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. So if you have any props such as blocks nearby, bring your blocks right underneath the shoulders. If not, you don't need blocks. You can bring your fingertips down to the floor. It does just help when we come into Warrior 3 to bring the earth a little bit closer to the palms if you are still struggling. The other option would be is if you are by a wall, right? We can use this wall to help us balance. So find your setup. We're coming into Warrior 3, that airplane looking pose. When you are ready, we're gonna bring all of the weight into this right foot. Step into that right foot, extend the left leg back. So fingertips can be on a prop, they can be on the floor. You can even ditch any props. Find your balance and bring the hands to the heart. So wherever you choose, keep that right leg firm. Keep extending the left heel back, soft shoulders here. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders. Take another deep breath in. Very gently set the ball of the left foot down to the floor. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, let's bring the hands down. Find your downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Next, inhale is going to raise the left leg. Look forward, plant the foot between the palms. I want you to bring all of the weight now into that left foot. Reach the heart forward. Choose if you want to use any blocks now. Bring them right underneath the shoulders. You're going to step that right foot in just slightly and then find your warrior three. Hands can stay at the blocks. You can bring them to a wall or a chair or bring them to the heart. Soften the collarbone away from the chin. Reach the right heel back. Keep firming through that left leg and take another full cycle here. Inhale, let's reach the fingertips up. Exhale, hands are going to come down. Set the blocks off the mat. Any props, step back, downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath in and a full breath out. One more